Hello everybody, welcome to this quick review on how to tell time. Let's get started. So remember, the sign for time is time. It comes from the wrist, like where your wrist watch is usually at. So when we tell time, that's where our sign is going to originate from. Signs 1 through 9, 1 o'clock through 9 o'clock, we are going to pull directly from our wrist. For example, if it's 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Once we hit 10, 11, and 12, it's going to be time first, 10, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. That's what we do for hours. Anytime we start with hour, it's going to come from the wrist first. So 10, and then our minutes will come next. Whatever those minutes are, we will reciprocate. That's why it's so important that we practice our numbers, and I hope that all of you are. So let's just say it's 1:30. We would do 1:30. 1:45, 1:45. 1:15, 1:15, and so on and so forth. If you have an odd time like 3:33, 3:33. The minutes will just follow the hour. Usually there's a slight movement over, so 1:33. Moves over just a little bit. So let's talk about AM and PM. We've already learned our signs: morning, afternoon, and night. Morning, afternoon, afternoon, and night. Night is going to be like a bent B. Night, night. Okay, so morning, afternoon, night. That is how we're going to indicate whether it is AM or PM. There's also going to be a little bit of different fluctuation in our area of where it is that we're at on these signs too, night as well, depending on what time it is. So let's talk about that. So if it's really early in the morning, let's say it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock, and instead of just morning, it's early in the morning. So we're gonna, instead of just doing morning with our arm right here, morning, early in the morning, okay? Real quick, so there's a motion that goes from morning to night. So early in the morning, sun's coming up, if you think the sun's coming up, and then we have noon, and then our hand comes back down, kind of like the sun does, night, and then kind of curls down back into morning, and so you have this kind of repeatable kind of thing depending on what time of the day it is. Late at night, early in the morning, afternoon, night. It's coming back, okay? Afternoon, night. All right, does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. So noon is also the sign. Noon. You could sign it either way, okay? Noon, when the sun is at its peak, okay? Also for midnight, when the sun is at its bottomed out. Midnight. You might also see midnight, midnight, all right? Noon, midnight, right? So let's just say it's 6 o'clock at night. We would say 6 o'clock at night. 1 in the afternoon. 1 in the afternoon. 9 o'clock at night. That's AM and PM. 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 a.m. Okay? I hope everybody understands that. If you have any questions, let me know.